on Garfield Avenue now. Of course, we're going to have the sun in the lens. The building on the left here is the building, and we're going to turn in here. Sorry about the sun in the lens. There's nothing I can do about it. This is the, of course, there's got to be somebody here. This is the Temple building, former Temple Radio Manufacturing Company building, and there's a cop there, of course, naturally. Why is it when I want to photograph something, I gotta have somebody in the way? I'm very sorry about the Temple Radio building. The way my luck runs, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. As I mentioned, I wanted to photograph and drive by and maybe even pull in the parking lot of the former Temple Radio Manufacturing Company of the 1930s, 40s, probably the 40s and the 50s. I'm not sure when they closed up, but it was way before I ever moved in New London. But I'm very familiar with the building. It's located at 100 Garfield Avenue here in New London. Well, this is not New London here. This is Waterford. But I apologized. I couldn't get a good video. The way my luck runs, of all times, there has to be a big tractor trailer parked right in the front, so I couldn't photograph the building from the road. And then when I pulled in there, of all things, there has to be a cop sitting there. Any other time, it would never be. That's the way my luck runs. So I can't do like a lot of these YouTubers that go around photographing closed businesses and buildings and so forth, because they don't seem to have the problems I have. The one time I want to go and do a video, there's got to be, of all things, a cop there. And maybe he would bother me, maybe he wouldn't. I don't need to get confronted by a cop just because I want to do a YouTube video. So I apologize with between the sun being in the lens, giving you a quick glance, a shaky one at that, of the building. I haven't played back the video yet, so I have no idea. I got what I needed in the Dollar Tree over here. And if I haven't already enclosed the photo, Google Map photo of the former Temple Radio Corporation, Manufacturing Corporation, it's probably already on there now, and that's the best I can do. I wanted to walk around the building, or at least in the front, but needless to say, I wasn't about to try it. So, just for the record, there was a series which I cannot put on my channel that I recorded on VHS tape back around 2013, 14, thereabouts, somewhere in that area, of Bill Morse, who's the one that had my stuff in storage in his TV radio shop, which he closed in that building on Green Street, Golden and Green, that I photographed a while ago with the walk through New London. And it was broadcast on channel 25, which I don't even know if it's on anymore. I don't think so. That's before cable TV changed all their channel numbers. And that was before they became, well, I think they would, I don't know, maybe it was analog still. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, I can't put that on because it was broadcast at the local I don't know what the channel frequency is, channel 26, whatever the call letters were, and the guy that was doing it, I don't think is around anymore. I haven't seen that around in a long time. And he interviewed Bill Morse, who is a kind of like a historian of the New London area before he moved to Philadelphia, I believe, years ago, back in 2015. Um, and he did a thing on Temple Radio. As a matter of fact, I think he had one that he was working on years ago. And Buzz 1151 is restoring a Temple Radio, and I only watched part of it because it was 10:30 at night. So I want to finish watching that. And I sent him some information of the Google photo from Google Maps, Google Earth. And the building looks the same today, except that it had a big trailer truck parked in front and a cop in the parking lot. So, needless to say, I couldn't get some nice close-ups of the building. But what little you did see, well, it hasn't changed much. So, anyways, Temple Radio made radios, and they made, from what I understand, one television, the model 1776 TV, which I've never had or never worked on, but from what I understand, it was not a very reliable television due to the fact that it contained one power transformer, quite large, which provided the filament voltage, the B plus voltage, and the high voltage. It contained a high voltage winding. It was not a flyback. It contained the high voltage for the CRT, which I believe was a 7JP4 electrostatic deflection type of tube. From what I understand, the 1776 television is quite valuable, at least wise I understood it to be. And they manufactured that. I think it was the only television, as far as I know. We know very little about this place. And he did a complete discussion on this. At the time, I don't know how this came about, but I talked to one of the engineers, elderly gentleman at the time, probably long gone now, on the phone. And he's the one that informed me and told me all about the television and how they were made and how the transformer functioned as a filament, B plus, and high voltage transformer all in one. And of course, the high voltage windings would break down quite a bit, and they were extremely expensive to fix. To replace the whole power transformer, because of that, it did not use a oscillator coil to step up the voltage, which a lot of these, like the Motorola VT71s and a TV37, they did not use flybacks. They used a high voltage oscillator, usually a 6K6 or 25L6 or a tube such as that, to oscillate at probably 25 kc to generate the high voltage necessary to step up the windings, to the windings. They had about 6 pi windings in the coil, and each pi winding is 1,000 volts. So you got 6 pi windings, and it would oscillate and generate 6 kV, low current, very low current. But on the 1776, it was generated by a high voltage winding on the power transformer. So anyways, I cannot put that on my channel because it was a local television station broadcast, and Bill Morse was as a guest. I have those. I believe I transferred them to DVD from VHS, but however, again, I cannot put those on. It would be a quite interesting historic event and discussion about this. So that's about it. I've talked long enough here. I'm going to end this video now. I got to do some shopping. I got to make some stops along the way. So I got to go now. I've talked long enough.